Brass weights, ball bearings, and magnets inside your tires. Is that something you would do to your rig? How's it going, everyone? Greg here with RC Driver, and today we're checking out ProLine Rock-Tek. It is a tire weight system, and check this out, guys. Whoever came up with this packaging, absolutely awesome. You can see that weight swinging in there. So this is kind of along the lines of back in the day when we'd throw BBs in the tires to keep the weight down low. Let me read what it says on the box here. Magnetically locked tire weight system that mounts inside the tire to achieve the lowest possible CG, staying at bottom dead center during climbs and descents, compatible with standard 1.9 beadlock wheels, class 2 tires, basically 4.65 to 4.9. So this system is pretty cool. Check out this illustration on the back, shows you all the different components, and then on the side here, this really shows you what this is all about. So when you're climbing with the magnets engaged, it has magnets that lock onto your axles. It keeps that weight in place. And if you remove the magnet on the axle, it allows that brass weight to just float down to the lowest possible CG. So let's get this thing out of the box. I gotta stop talking. You need to see this thing. This is super cool. So you've got a whole inner insert assembly, I guess you could say, is what it replaces. And so here it is. There's your lower brass weight. It's got this case here that it sits in. Let me pull that off so you can see it. So that actually gets enclosed. And there are your magnets, and there is a massive ball bearing. So you can just see the weight stays down low inside the tire, and this could actually be tuned even further. So they offer additional brass weights. So if you want to go and throw it on this additional flange here, you could throw weights there, and then you can reposition the magnet system over so it stays centered. And again, this case basically acts as the inner portion of the insert, and this is your actual insert here. So you're losing a bit of insert. If you're one of those drivers that really depends on the tire flexing over the rock to get your traction, you're losing some insert there. So check that out. That's your difference basically. This is a 4.75 tire, but anyway, you can see that you will lose some insert flex there. So beyond these components, you also have these pieces to lock in that weight. There are the magnets that get mounted to the axle here, screws to put the case together, and then you've got the hardware to go and mount those magnets to the axles. So this one actually can get mounted directly to, let's see here, the SCX-10.3 portal axle, the SCX-10.3 straight axle, and the TRX-4. Does it fit other kits? I'm not sure at this time. I'm gonna go test it out on an SCX-10.3 something. I will figure that out. But let me just throw this together for you quickly so you can see how it works. This goes in there. This is the outer case again. So that's your inner insert, basically, hard insert. Screws will capture that down. You throw the insert on, and then you throw it inside your tire here. So I'm gonna go loosely put one of these together, throw it on the front of the truck, just so you can get a better visual of how this works. Here it is, the Rock-Tek weight mounted up. I basically two-side taped it to the rim so I can give you guys this demonstration here. But as you can see, this is just free floating right now. So as you're going over the terrain, the magnet's just gonna stay down at the bottom. Now I'm gonna go throw the magnet system onto the axle so you can see how the weight is held. So there's the magnet installed on the axle, and it is just holding that inner ring magnet so that weight doesn't move as you go over the terrain. Pretty cool setup, right guys? Now it's just time to go outside and try it. So Rock-Tek system is installed in the front tires, and just want to show you guys the compression of the foam. So yeah, we've got a little bit of a limitation. Actually fills out the tire pretty nicely, and the rear tire actually looks a little bit smaller now, but you could just see the compression difference in the foam versus the Rock-Tek system. All right, so I have the magnets installed on the axles. So let's see how this thing crawls. This is the first time I got to drive this thing outside. Been so busy with other trucks, other projects. I'm really looking forward to this. All right, so you guys know this spot. See how it works? Whoa, right up on that, like zero tire slip. That was pretty cool. So obviously I've got the factory axial tires, the axial wheels. So we'll work on the axial wheels besides ProLine. This truck always just seemed pretty planted when I was driving it indoors. Nice out on the rocks. Okay, we'll hit this incline here. And this is usually a really tough one. Not many ready to runs get up this. Let's take it nice and slow. A little bit of tire slip here. Let's change direction. No problem, guys. Sweet. Yeah, the weight definitely helps out. Looking good. All right, now I brought my nut wrench with me so I could just pull those magnets off and we can see how it does without the magnets. It's a pretty easy tweak to make on the trail. Let's pull this off and I could leave that kingpin screw right in there. So now those weights are free hanging inside of the wheels. And we're just gonna run through the same line here. Speed things up a little bit. We'll hit the incline. Not sure if we're gonna see much difference. Pretty smooth through there. Kept it planted. Drop it down. I wanna hit this rock over here. See if I get it about the same position as before. Little tire slip again. So yeah, well, a little bit looser up top. So with the magnets in there, the weight's a little bit farther forward. And I think that helps out. So we got some slip here now. Look at that. That's pretty interesting. And just hit it again. A little more throttle that time. I thought I hit it about the same throttle. Let me know what you think. But yeah, that weight system definitely helps out down low. Pretty cool change. I mean, yeah, we're gonna lose some, foam squish, some tire squish. But for trail rigs that are just out hiking and stuff, I think it's a definite improvement for when you're just climbing something along the trails. What do you think? Where would you use this weight system? You think ProLine nailed it with something innovative? Let me know in the comments. And I'll have links for you guys in the video description, or you could probably find these at your local hobby shop.